All right, welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're getting into something pretty special, an event that really felt like more than just a match. We're talking SummerSlam 2025.
Yeah.
And specifically, that huge, undisputed WWE Championship main event, Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, versus the legend John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
People were calling this the quintessential, passing of the torch
Oh,
moment.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And you could just feel the weight behind that, couldn't you? Putting those two names together, Rhodes and Cena.
Right.
It grabbed so much attention because you had these like generational icons at really different stages. The buzz wasn't just about the title itself.
Yeah.
It was about what it all meant for WWE's future. And for this deep dive, we're mainly leaning on a great piece from Fox News that covered it. We're going to pull out all the key details, the strategy, the symbolism for you.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
So our mission here is to really break down the big moments from this pretty epic street fight. We want to get into the choices both guys made.
Yeah, the strategy.
And then the big one. What does this result, this outcome, actually signify for WWE moving forward? If you follow wrestling, you know these moments are, well, their history in the making. If you're just tuning in, what makes this one so compelling is it goes way beyond the ropes, It's these huge stories playing out. So we're not just hitting the results who won, we're digging into how it went down and why it's such a big chapter in this whole saga.
And right from the get-go, the atmosphere was just electric. Really set the stage for what that Fox News article called the test of wills.
Good way to put it.
Cena comes out to My Time Is Now, his classic theme. Full circle, back to being that hero figure.
And the crowd at MetLife, insane.
Totally erupted. Even Cody Rhodes, who's usually pretty composed, you could see him sort of acknowledging the scale of it all.
Yeah, but those nice moments, they didn't last long, did they?
Not at all.
Soon as that bell rang, it was clear this was going to be a brutal street fight for the title. The Fox News piece really drove home how much violence was kind of hanging in the air. You had to wonder, okay, can Rhodes find that, killer edge to actually put Cena away?
And flip side, could Cena dig down deep and become, Superman one more time?
Exactly. The article really frames those as the core questions heading into it.
And they didn't waste much time answering them. What's really interesting, and the article details this well, is how Rhodes almost immediately took it beyond a standard match.
Right, with the crutch.
Yeah, Tyrese Halliburton's crutch used it right across Cena's back. Such a unique weapon choice.
Definitely unexpected.
And the source highlights this wasn't just random violence. It was Rhodes embracing the chaos, maybe even creating it, showing that edge he needed against a legend.
And Cena gave it right back, slamming Rhodes onto the steel steps.
But then he took a face full of steps himself. It was a clear sign early on both guys were ready to go to some dark places.
And that Fox News piece, it really zeroed in on Cena's first big move. The attitude adjustment, that signature slam.
Trying for the early pin. Classic Cena.
Classic Cena, exactly. Trying to get that quick 3-count victory, but, way too soon to keep the American Nightmare down.
Yep.
And Rhodes, you could see the frustration. He tried pinning Cena with some lesser stuff, but Cena was just too ready. That whole early exchange just set the tone, didn't it? Back and forth. Neither guy giving an inch.
Absolutely. And with Cena's big early shot stopped, the article points out how Rhodes immediately kind of ramped things up, moved beyond just single big hits into combinations.
Like the disaster kick into the Cody Cutter.
Exactly. And the article suggests this wasn't just offense for offense's sake. It was Rhodes trying to break Cena's rhythm, trying to create that opening, a strategic shift.
Okay.
But then, and this is fascinating, the source highlights Rhodes using a pile driver, a band move, right? Known for being dangerous.
Whoa, yeah.
This wasn't just desperation. It really underlined the whole no-rules vibe of the street fight. Like, Rhodes was signaling he'd crossed any line to win, to prove himself. That's part of an earned victory, maybe.
Makes sense in that context.
But Cena still wouldn't stay down. He even did that thing where he kind of feigned being more hurt than he was.
Ah, the veteran move.
Right. To sucker Rhodes in and boom, another attitude adjustment. Both guys were really pulling out all the stops, digging deep.
And it didn't stay contained for long. The action spilled outside the ring.
Well,
that's where Cena really started, hunting, showcasing that experience. He clocked Rhodes with a microphone.
Then a code red.
Yeah. And then clearing off the Spanish announce table, hoisted Rhodes up while standing on Michael Cole and Wade Barrett's table.
Oh, man, I remember that.
And just drilled him with an attitude adjustment right through the Spanish table.
Brutal.
The article really paints that as Cena trying to unleash that legendary power maybe one last time. But the key thing, like the source points out.
Even that didn't do it.
Exactly. Even that wasn't enough to keep Rhodes down. And that moment itself, right there, started telling the story. Maybe a new era really was dawning.
Such a brutal spot. Cena rolls him back in, goes for the cover. Still no. Rhodes kicks out.
Yeah.
And it raises that question the article kind of hints at. Just how much can a human body take?
Right.
But Rhodes, somehow, finds another gear, counters Cena, hits a crossroads right after Cena's pin attempt failed, tries the cover himself.
But Cena kicks out.
Can't get the three. It's not just physical endurance at this point. These repeated kickouts, the article stresses this, they become psychological warfare,
Yeah.
chipping away at that Cena invincibility aura.
Yeah, you could feel the frustration just boiling over for both of them. And then the fight goes way outside, like into the crowd.
Miles from the ring, yeah, which you need for the pinfall.
They battled all around the stadium, even onto that elevator Rhodes used for his entrance.
And Cena hit another attitude adjustment up there.
Just relentless. The article captures that pursuit, Cena desperately looking for any crack in the armor.
But what's really key there is that even after that move, Cena still had to physically drag Rhodes all the way back towards the ring.
Right, that took time.
And that transition time, getting back in, maybe gave Rhodes just enough of a breather, that extra adrenaline shot. Soon as they're back in the ropes,
Rhodes turns around, tosses Cena through another table that had been set up. Momentum shifts again, just like that.
wild swing.
And the, I don't know, creativity? Or maybe desperation? It just kept escalating. Rhodes starts loosening the actual ring ropes.
And pulls the bottom rope completely off its hinges.
Yeah. Clearly planning on using the turnbuckle somehow. But Cena, ever the veteran.
Trips him up. Uses the rope against him, starts choking Rhodes with it.
The challenger just kept finding ways. Our source flags this as Rhodes just constantly pushing the limits, using everything in the environment, which, you know, you only get in a street fight.
Both guys were just visibly beaten up by this stage, bruised, exhausted.
Totally.
And the Fox News piece describes how Rhodes finally gets Cena in what looks like the final sequence, hits one crossroads, then a third crossroads finisher right in a row.
Yeah.
Surely this is it. He goes for the pin, and Cena gets a shoulder up just before the three. An incredible 2 count. The sheer will.
Unbelievable. Just unbelievable resilience. And then Cena turns it around again.
That stunning kickout led right into it. The article really highlights the drama here. Cena stops Rhodes from using the title belt.
Nails 2 more attitude adjustments back to back.
And then a third one from the middle rope. A huge elevated AA.
Surely that's the end.
You'd think. But no, Rhodes kicks out at 2 again.
Wow.
You could almost physically feel that passing the torch dynamic happening right there. Not just in the moves, but in the refusal to lose, the sheer endurance.
Absolutely. It wasn't just about hitting finishers anymore.
No. So the final moments, Rhodes manages to put Cena through yet another table. Cena's left kind of hanging on the ropes, just battered.
And Rhodes. He takes a moment. Does that salute to Cena?
Yeah, a gesture of respect, the article noted that too, acknowledging the icon before.
Before hitting that last decisive crossroads.
1, 2, 3. It's over. Rhodes wins, regains the undisputed WWE Championship.
And the article frames it perfectly. It wasn't just a victory. It was Rhodes proving he could overcome the absolute best, not just physically, but, you know, symbolically.
Nailed it.
And that moment after the bell, wow, Cena just standing there in the middle of the ring, signaling, you know, my time is up or almost up, acknowledging the crowd, acknowledging the moment, the shift.
And the fans thanking Cena, you could feel it. Appreciating the performance, but also understanding what they just witnessed. It's rare you see a transition that clear, that palpable happening live.
So well put.
So yeah, recapping, Rhodes' win at SummerSlam 2025. It was truly profound. Not just another title swap. This was a massive moment, really cemented by how intense that street fight was physically and story-wise. The grit from both guys. Rhodes using the crutch, the ropes, Cena hitting multiple AAs, those table spots, Rhodes with the crossroads sequence at the end. It all built to that really hard-won victory for Rhodes.
Right.
And Cena's gesture afterwards just sealed it. It felt like the future wasn't just handed over, it was genuinely earned in that ring.
And that really is what we mean by passing of the torch, isn't it? It's such a powerful idea, and it goes way beyond just wrestling.
For sure.
It's about more than winning. It's about a new generation really stepping up, usually through some kind of immense challenge, to take over from a legendary figure.
Well said.
So, for you listening, maybe here's something to chew on. What does it actually take for someone new to fill those enormous shoes left by a legend? And how do we even spot those moments when the torch isn't just passed along, but truly earned through that kind of unforgettable struggle?
That's a great question.
Maybe think about how those stories, those transitions play out elsewhere in music or business, maybe even politics. What does an earned torch really look like when you take it outside the wrestling ring?